Nostradamus effect. Secrets of the Seven Seals. Have you ever felt that ancient prophecies might hold more truth than we dare to admit? Nostradamus, the renowned prophet whose writings have puzzled and amazed the world for centuries, left behind cryptic messages that many believe foretold great events in human history. Among these mysteries lies a chilling connection to the seven seals mentioned in the book of Revelation. These seals, described as the harbingers of the world's most significant transformations, represent conquest, war, famine, death, and other apocalyptic events. What if Nostradamus, with his unparalleled ability to foresee the future, was offering humanity a guide to understanding these profound symbols? Today, we embark on a journey to explore how the prophecies of Nostradamus might align with these biblical revelations. His quatrains have been linked to events like the rise of Napoleon, World War II, and even 9/11. But could they also be a warning about the seven seals and their unfolding? It is a topic that continues to spark curiosity, debate, and even fear. What lies hidden in the layers of these prophecies? Are they a roadmap for humanity's future, or merely poetic riddles misunderstood across the ages? Let us dive into the secrets of these seals and their potential connection to Nostradamus's enigmatic visions. Could understanding these mysteries prepare us for what might lie ahead? Share your thoughts in the comments. What do you think Nostradamus truly foresaw, and how does it connect to the seven seals? Your insights might help uncover even more secrets behind this fascinating enigma. Unlocking the first seal, the rider on the white horse. The opening of the seven seals marks the beginning of apocalyptic revelations in the book of Revelation. The first seal introduces a rider on a white horse, holding a bow, and crowned as a conqueror. This mysterious figure has been interpreted in many ways. Some see it as a symbol of conquest or power, while others believe it represents the spread of ideological movements. Nostradamus's prophecies add another layer to this mystery. His quatrains often reference powerful leaders and forces that shift the course of history. Could the rider on the white horse symbolize not just physical conquest, but also ideological domination? The rise of empires, religions, or world-altering philosophies. For instance, Nostradamus's writings have been linked to the rise of figures like Napoleon and Adolf Hitler, whose influence reshaped the world. These historical figures could be seen as manifestations of the conquering spirit represented by the rider. But Nostradamus's predictions also suggest that this rider may not only signify past events, but could foretell a future force yet to emerge. Some scholars believe the white horse represents victory through peace rather than war, a deceptive calm before the storm. Nostradamus's references to false leaders and betrayals align with this theory, suggesting that the first seal's opening may mark a period of misguided trust or manipulation on a global scale. What do you think the rider on the white horse represents? Is it a harbinger of ideological shifts or a symbol of deception that leads humanity into deeper turmoil? The second seal, the rider on the red horse. When the second seal is opened, a rider on a red horse emerges, wielding a great sword and given the power to take peace from the earth. This vivid imagery has long been associated with war and violence, a period where conflict spreads across nations, leaving destruction in its wake. Nostradamus frequently wrote of wars and battles in his quatrains, many of which have been connected to real historical events. From the 30 Years' War to the world wars of the 20th century, his prophecies seem to echo the symbolism of the red horse, a world torn apart by conflict. Interestingly, Nostradamus often described war not as an isolated event, but as a chain reaction caused by greed, betrayal, and ambition. He predicted shifts in power that began with smaller disputes, escalating into full-scale chaos. This pattern resonates deeply with the message of the second seal. Conflict does not emerge in a vacuum. It is fueled by humanity's darker tendencies. Modern interpretations even suggest that the red horse could symbolize ideological wars, battles fought not with swords but with words, beliefs, and misinformation. Could Nostradamus have foreseen this evolution of warfare in his cryptic verses? The second seal serves as a stark reminder of the cost of division and the consequences of unchecked aggression. Whether Nostradamus was speaking of wars we already know or conflicts yet to come, his message is clear. Peace is fragile, and the forces that threaten it often come from within. The third seal, the rider on the black horse. When the third seal is opened, a rider on a black horse appears, carrying a pair of scales in his hand. A voice follows, declaring, "A quart of wheat for a denarius, and 3 quarts of barley for a denarius, but do not damage the oil and the wine." This ominous proclamation has long been associated with famine, economic collapse, and inequality. Nostradamus' prophecies often reference times of great scarcity and upheaval. His quatrains describe periods when resources were unevenly distributed and societies struggled to survive under the weight of financial ruin and widespread hunger. Some believe he foresaw economic downturns like the Great Depression or even modern economic crises. The scales held by the rider symbolize not only balance, but also judgment and inequality. They hint at a world where basic necessities become luxuries, and survival depends on one's ability to adapt to harsh circumstances. Nostradamus' predictions suggest that these conditions are not random, but consequences of human greed, mismanagement, and the pursuit of power. Interestingly, the command not to harm the oil and wine implies that even in times of scarcity, wealth and privilege remain protected. This mirrors a recurring theme in Nostradamus' quatrains. Those in power often thrive while the masses suffer. Could this be a warning of a future where wealth disparities reach unimaginable levels? The black horse reminds us of the fragility of our systems, how quickly abundance can turn into scarcity, and how delicate the balance of prosperity truly is. Nostradamus' visions challenge us to consider whether these events are inevitable or if humanity still has the power to change its course. The fourth seal, the rider on the pale horse. The fourth seal unleashes the most chilling figure yet, a rider on a pale horse, whose name is Death. Following close behind him is Hades, and together they are given authority over a fourth of the earth, to kill with sword, famine, plague, and wild beasts. This terrifying imagery has haunted interpretations for centuries, symbolizing large-scale destruction and mortality. Nostradamus' prophecies frequently touch upon themes of widespread death and catastrophe. His quatrains are filled with references to plagues, natural disasters, and wars that claim countless lives. Historians have drawn connections between his writings and events like the Black Death in the Middle Ages, the Spanish flu pandemic, and even modern health crises. What makes this rider particularly haunting is the universality of his reach. Unlike the first 3 seals, which symbolize specific aspects of human struggle, the pale horse and its rider embody the ultimate end that spares no one: death itself. Nostradamus' predictions suggest that these moments of massive loss often serve as turning points in history, forcing humanity to confront its vulnerability and resilience. Some scholars have speculated that this seal also symbolizes ecological collapse, where humanity's exploitation of the planet leads to widespread famine, disease, and disasters. Nostradamus' writings frequently mention great fires, waters rising, and earth trembling, which align with the modern understanding of climate crises and their consequences. The pale horse reminds us of the fragility of life and the inevitability of its end. Yet it also carries a deeper message. In moments of great loss, humanity often finds the strength to rebuild. Nostradamus' visions may be dire, but they also hint at the possibility of renewal and rebirth. What comes next is a revelation that shifts from earthly destruction to spiritual and cosmic battles, taking us deeper into the mysteries of the 7 seals. The 5th seal, the souls of the martyrs. When the 5th seal is opened, the focus shifts from earthly events to the heavens. John's vision reveals the souls of those who were slain for their faith and testimony, crying out from beneath the altar. They ask, "How long, Sovereign Lord, holy and true, until you judge the inhabitants of the earth and avenge our blood?" Unlike the previous seals, which depict physical destruction, the 5th seal reveals a spiritual dimension, one of justice, perseverance, and ultimate redemption. Nostradamus's quatrains also hint at themes of spiritual struggle and the consequences of faith-driven actions. He often referred to persecutions, religious upheavals, and the sacrifices made by those who stood firm in their beliefs. This seal is particularly powerful because it reminds us of the human cost of maintaining integrity and conviction in the face of oppression. Throughout history, countless individuals have paid the ultimate price for their ideals, and Nostradamus's writings reflect an acute awareness of these sacrifices. The souls under the altar are given white robes and told to wait a little longer until their number is complete. This symbolizes not only divine patience, but also the inevitability of ultimate justice. It is a poignant reminder that while human history is marked by suffering and injustice, there is a greater plan that unfolds beyond our understanding. Nostradamus's cryptic verses often carry this dual message: warnings of human folly paired with glimpses of hope and divine intervention. The fifth seal invites us to reflect on the resilience of the human spirit and the enduring quest for truth and justice. The sixth seal, the great cosmic upheaval. When the sixth seal is opened, the vision becomes one of unparalleled destruction as the very fabric of the universe seems to unravel. John describes a great earthquake, the sun turning black like sackcloth, the moon becoming like blood, and the stars falling from the sky as if shaken from a tree. Mountains and islands are moved from their places, and people of all ranks hide in fear, calling for the rocks to fall on them to escape the wrath of God. This apocalyptic imagery marks a turning point, a cosmic event that transcends human conflicts and earthly struggles. Nostradamus, in his writings, frequently alluded to great celestial phenomena and natural disasters that disrupt the balance of the world. His quatrains reference fire from the sky, earth trembling with fury, and signs in the heavens, which align eerily with the sixth seal's descriptions. One of Nostradamus's most discussed predictions is the potential for a great celestial event, such as a comet or asteroid striking the Earth. Modern science has made such scenarios plausible, and his warnings about fire and destruction from above resonate with these possibilities. Some even interpret his writings as foreseeing the modern fear of climate change and its catastrophic effects. The sixth seal also carries a deeper symbolic meaning. The upheaval it describes suggests a breaking down of the old order, a moment when humanity is forced to confront its vulnerability and insignificance in the face of the cosmos. It is a humbling reminder of how interconnected and fragile life on Earth truly is. As Nostradamus often hinted, these moments of great destruction are not purely about endings but also about beginnings. They serve as catalysts for transformation, pushing humanity toward renewal and growth. The sixth seal challenges us to see beyond the chaos and consider what might emerge from the ashes of such profound upheaval. What follows is perhaps the most mysterious and awe-inspiring revelation yet, a glimpse into divine intervention and the ultimate destiny of humanity. The seventh seal, silence in heaven and the final revelation. When the seventh seal is opened, there is silence in heaven for about half an hour. This moment of stillness is unlike anything in the previous seals, marking the culmination of the apocalyptic sequence. The silence is followed by the appearance of 7 angels, each given a trumpet to sound, ushering in the next phase of divine judgment. The silence itself is profound. It represents a pause, a moment of anticipation before the final unveiling of God's plan. Nostradamus's writings often emphasize such pivotal moments, times when humanity stands on the brink, holding its breath as history reaches a critical juncture. This pause is not merely the absence of sound, but a deliberate interlude, a cosmic stillness that signals the gravity of what is about to unfold. Many scholars see the seventh seal as a transition, a gateway between the events of the seals and the trumpet judgments that follow. It is both the end of one sequence and the beginning of another, symbolizing the cyclical nature of time and prophecy. Nostradamus's quatrains echo this theme, frequently describing cycles of destruction and renewal, where the end of one era becomes the foundation of the next. The seventh seal also introduces the concept of divine intervention on an unprecedented scale. The angels with trumpets represent a shift from earthly events to cosmic forces beyond human comprehension. Nostradamus' prophecies often hint at such interventions, with a natural and supernatural intertwine to shape the destiny of the world. The message of the seventh seal is clear. The forces at play are beyond human control, but they serve a greater purpose. The silence reminds us to pause and reflect, to consider the larger picture and the role humanity plays in the unfolding of these events. This final seal prepares us for the next chapter, a confrontation with truths that demand not only understanding but action. As Nostradamus' prophecies suggest, these revelations are not meant to instill fear, but to inspire preparation and hope for what lies ahead. In reflecting on these seals, it becomes evident that they are not merely symbols of doom, but profound messages about the cycles of life, the fragility of existence, and the potential for renewal. What legacy will we leave as these forces unfold? That is the question these ancient prophecies urge us to consider. Before we close, let us turn to how these revelations challenge us to act today. The meaning behind the seven seals, a reflection on humanity's choices. The seven seals are more than a dramatic depiction of apocalyptic events. They are a mirror reflecting humanity's greatest challenges and deepest truths. From conquest and conflict to famine, death, and cosmic upheaval, each seal carries a powerful message about the consequences of human actions and the inevitability of natural cycles. Nostradamus' prophecies align closely with these themes, often emphasizing that humanity's fate is intertwined with its choices. His quatrains repeatedly warn of the dangers of greed, division, and neglect of the natural world. The seals, too, remind us that every action, whether rooted in ambition, destruction, or resilience, creates ripples that shape the future. The first four seals, with their riders, represent the forces that continually shape our world. They remind us of the fragility of peace, the inevitability of conflict, and the delicate balance required to sustain life. The fifth and sixth seals take us beyond earthly struggles, revealing spiritual and cosmic dimensions that challenge us to look inward and upward. Finally, the seventh seal brings a moment of silence, a call for reflection before the next phase of humanity's journey. Nostradamus' writings, though cryptic, are a call to awareness. He does not offer solutions or predictions meant to paralyze us with fear, but rather urges humanity to recognize its role in the unfolding of these events. Whether through the lens of prophecy or history, the lessons are clear. Understanding and preparation are key to navigating the challenges ahead. The seven seals, paired with Nostradamus' insights, serve as a reminder that while some events may be beyond our control, our response to them defines who we are. They challenge us to build a legacy of resilience, wisdom, and hope. As we conclude this exploration, let us consider the ultimate question. How can we use the lessons of these ancient prophecies to create a better future? If you found this journey through the seven seals and Nostradamus' prophecies enlightening, do not keep it to yourself. Share this video with others who are curious about these profound mysteries. Subscribe to our channel for more explorations into history, prophecy, and the secrets of our world. And, of course, let us know